your draft day experience was like from the anticipation to hearing your name called inside the Peacock Theater today.
Yeah, crazy day, crazy day. We started with the prospect breakfast and yeah, I kind of jumped jumped out of bed and today was finally the day. I mean, I looked forward to this day for a pretty long time. So yeah, nothing but good emotions and I have a bunch of family here, so it's pretty special.
For people who haven't watched you play, how would you describe your game?
Yeah, I describe myself as a two-way defenseman who plays really hard all over the ice and uses skating to my advantage. Like to join the rush and create offense and kind of make quick plays and a quick shot and yeah, kind of create offense from there. So yeah, a defenseman who will play hard all over the ice and kind of do a little bit of everything.
Thank you.
Thanks, Weaver. We'll move to Murata Tesh, who writes for The Athletic. Go ahead, Murat.
Hi, Sasha. Congratulations, of course. One of the things that jumps out about you is that you've played at a bunch of different levels and high pressure situations, and you were also the youngest player in college. How do you think that affects your development and maybe projects even into the future a little bit?
Yeah, like you said, I've kind of jumped rapidly in my development and yeah, where I've been and I think it's just been good for my development. I really wanted to challenge myself, especially this year with going to BU and being the youngest guy and yeah, I felt like we had a really good plan in place for me and yeah, I want to challenge myself with playing against bigger players and kind of playing more of that pro style game with those yeah, bigger, stronger, older players. So yeah, I mean, I think it's just good for my development.
And then just a follow, as I understand it, your dad is part of the Columbus organization. You've had a chance to skate with folks out there. Would Zach Werenski be a decent comp or model or somebody that you might look up to?
Yeah, yeah. My dad's not with the Jackets anymore, but
Or-
he was with the Jackets for 10 or 11 years, and yeah, Zach was someone who I really look up to. I mean, he's obviously a really good player, so someone I got the chance to meet and talk to. So yeah, special player and someone I really like to watch.
Thank you, Murat. Next, we'll move to Mike McIntyre from the Winnipeg Free Press.
Hi, Sasha. Congratulations. You got a lot of stamps on your passport, I imagine. Interesting background, and I guess having a dad in pro hockey, there's probably a lot of kids that have experienced a lot of movement. But just want to make sure I have it right. You were born in Finland, kind of grew up in Sweden, then moved to the U.S. in your teens, and now you just got drafted by a Canadian team.
Yeah, yeah, correct. I was born in Finland. Yeah, I grew up most of my childhood in Stockholm, Sweden. And like you said, moved to America 4 years ago because of my dad's job, and we moved here as a whole family. And yeah, now drafted by Winnipeg, so really excited.
I'm wondering, do you know much about Winnipeg or have any connections? Obviously, Alphonse was drafted last year, so I imagine you've crossed paths with him, but any other connections?
My agent has two players on the team. He has Pionk and Sandberg. So both those guys have nothing but good things to say about Winnipeg and yeah, those yeah, I've only heard good things. I don't know too much about the
Right.
city and stuff like that, but I had heard nothing but good things. So I'm excited to get there.
And when your dad was with the Blue Jackets, towards the end, he was an assistant coach with Pascal, right?
Yeah, exactly. His last year, he was an assistant coach. Yeah.
Okay, so I guess your dad might be able to get you some Winnipeg tips because Pascal was someone who spent a lot of time here and certainly enjoyed his time in Winnipeg.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah,
Excellent.
probably, maybe.
Thanks.
Thanks.
All right, thanks, Mike. Next, we'll move to Jamie Thomas from WinnipegJets.com.
Hey, Sasha, congratulations. I know you moved to North America 4 years ago. How long did it take you to get used to the North American game?
Um, yeah, obviously, like you said, I moved here 4 years ago and played AAA hockey in Columbus where we lived and probably took a few months. Obviously you play on a bigger sheet in Sweden and it's a little different style play. Maybe not as aggressive and a little more um I don't know, pretty, if you will. So yeah, didn't take too long, couple months, and I was into it. But yeah, I like the North American style of play better. So
Thanks, Jamie. Next, we have Kelly Moore from CGOB 680.
Thanks very much, Scott, and congratulations, Sascha. First off, being in radio, can I get you to repeat your name so that I do not butcher it on Sportscast? Your last
yeah,
name.
of course. Sascha Boumedienne.
Okay, Boumedienne, perfect. I promise I won't mess that up more than 9 or 10 times. Whenever a player goes into the draft, there are all the mock drafts, there are all the comparisons. How much time or how little amount of time did you spend looking and watching at what people were saying or writing about you, and was any of it anywhere close to being accurate?
I don't know. I didn't try to think about it too much. I know what I'm capable of. I know where I'm going to take my game, and I'm confident in my game. So I actually didn't look too deep into what people had to say. But yeah, obviously there's a lot of different stuff, and people say different things before the draft. But didn't look too deep into it. No.
From the reports that I read, you developed quite a relationship with Tom Villander at Boston U. What are you looking at as you progress to next year to doing even bigger and better? If it were, if you happen, if you have to be on your own or break in a new defenseman with BU.
Yeah, I look to keep developing all areas of the game. I felt like I really set a good foundation for myself, especially at the end of the year, of how I want to play and what type of defenseman I want to be. So, yeah, just look to keep growing all parts of my game, and yeah, like I said, I felt like I was playing really good hockey at the end of the year and in playoffs and stuff like that. So yeah, I just look to keep developing in every aspect of the game, get bigger and stronger, get better in corner battles and all of that. So yeah, excited for next year.
Thanks, Kelly. Next, we have Dave Manook from Illegal Curve Radio Show.
Congratulations, Sascha, on getting drafted. And just curious in terms of the conversations you had with the Winnipeg Jets, did you have any sort of indication that they were going to be the team to pick you?
Yeah, I had a really good feeling about Winnipeg. Talked to them before the combine, at the combine, and then I had a Zoom call with them yesterday at 8:30 a.m. So I had a really good feeling about Winnipeg. Yeah, if I was available at 28, I had a really good feeling about it, and obviously my feeling was right, and yeah, all my talks with Winnipeg have been great. So I'm really happy about it.
Thanks.
Yeah.
Thanks, Dave. And we'll wrap up with one final one from Ken Wiebe again from Winnipeg Free Press.
Thanks again. Sascha, you've mentioned your dad, but how would you describe his influence on you, and what's it like to have a resource like that in terms of, someone who has already had the journey that you hope to be on?
Yeah. I say it all the time. I wouldn't be where I'm at today without my dad. He's been in my shoes right now, and he's kind of taking these steps on his own, and when he was younger. So yeah, he's been alongside me every step of the way, and I lean on him a lot. And obviously he has done everything I'm doing right now and will be doing. So yeah, I lean on him a lot, and very, very thankful for not only him but my mother as well.